to go. And the White Sox hitting .251 against Kansas City with a homer and 23 RBIs. Kansas City hitting .249 with a homer and 25 RBIs against the White Sox. And the reason I bring that up is both these clubs a year ago hit practically identical averages against each other, 275 to 270 in favor of the White Sox, and both hit 17 home runs and drove in 72 runs against the other. Willie Wilson, batting to the left side, leads it off. He went 2 for 3 and drove in a run in the first game. That tied it up to the 7th. Kansas City won it in 11 innings, 3-2, and we did get an explanation. We mentioned to you, we're surprised that Larry LeGros did not throw on to second base to get Hal McRae. Turned out to have the winning run in his hip pocket. Ron Schuler delivers. Here's the second pitch, and it's a strike, 1-1. And LeGros said after the game that he didn't have full control of the ball. He juggled it, and thus elected to go on to first. Had he gambled and gone on to second, still not had the man, there would have been runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. Strike 2. Wilson may have hurt himself twisting around as he grabs the back of his left leg. He was limping. The Royals already without Frank White and Al Collins here in Game 2 with minor injuries. Now Steve Boyle's coming out down the first baseline to look at Wilson, and the trainer coming out to take a check with him. He swung and missed, and it looks like he may have pulled something in the back of his leg. The White Sox going with Lamar Johnson at first in Game 2, Greg Pryor at second, Don Kessinger at short, Eric Soderholm at third, and Wayne Nordhagen doing the catching. The outfield for the White Sox in Game 2 finds Alan Bannister in left field, Chet Lemon in center, and Claudel Washington in right. Now Greg Pryor goes into the White Sox dugout apparently to get a pair of sunglasses as the sun has come back out, and the trainer rubbing the back of the left thigh muscle of Willie Wilson. So we have a little bit of a delay here. So that is the reason LeGros did not throw on to try to get McRae. He said he juggled the ball, and when he recovered, he elected to go to first, and Darrell Porter singled him home. Now, neither one of these clubs really overwhelming the other. Only one game has been a runaway, and that was 2 weeks ago today when the Royals won 13-2. White Sox now, with that one-run ball game, has been involved in 20, winning 10 and losing 10. All right, Wilson's all right. Schuler into the windup, the 1-2 pitch. He wants to bunt, and he does, but it goes back behind the catcher. And the count remains the same. Oh, he struck him out. Actually, it was a 1-2 pitch, so he tried to bunt, cross everybody up, but he strikes out. So there's one out. And Tom Poquette, the batter, not play in the first game, and he's .236, 2 homers, and 17 RBIs. Ron Schuler, his last 2 outings, has been tremendous. Right-hander goes into the windup. Now he's going to go into. There he goes. Here's the pitch, and it's high a ball. Schuler, in his last 2 outings, all of them against Texas, has gone 13 in the third inning, allowing 2 earned runs on 7 hits, walking 3 and striking out 11 for a 1.38 earned run average. Just remarkable. And he's picked up 2 victories in a row over Texas, down at Arlington and here the other night. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder to short. Kessinger has it go right through his leg. It'll be an error on Kessinger as he was moving to his left. And that ball stayed down on him. Looked like he fighted to come up, and it went right through his legs, and an error on Donnie. So Poquette is on, and George Brett the batter. HFC branch manager Linda Lawless would like to see the White Sox score a lot of runs here in Game 2. We're with you, Linda. So George Brett the batter went 0 for 4 in the first game of the doubleheader. He's been in a little bit of a slump. Hit 1 hit here and 12 times at bat against the White Sox. A harmless single yesterday, and his last time up, and the first pitch to him is a strike. Schuler ready. Here's a toss over to first. Milwaukee trying to split a doubleheader at Cleveland, leads 2-0 at the end of 7. Seattle, and it's happy to report, snapped that 10-game losing streak. They come in here tomorrow. Here's a pitch, and it's high a ball. Not that I wanted to see Boston get beat. You hate to see a team walk in here with an 11-game losing streak. You know the law of averages is going to catch up with it. So they won today 3-2. Beating the Red Sox at Fenway Park and snapping Boston's 9-game winning streak. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball. Left center field. Chet Lemon racing over. He's there. He's got it. He slips and falls as he was getting ready to throw on to first base to try to get Poquette, and Brett 0 for 5 for the afternoon. One of the few times that he's gone the other way in this series. And there's 2 down, and Clint Hurdle, the batter. I'll tell you, this young man got put into the lineup after John Watson separated his shoulder. And if you want to get technical, he's won 2 of the 3 games in this series. He scored 1 of the runs Friday night, got the game-winning hit as they won 2-1. And here in Game 2, in Game 1, he hit a home run, then he walked and scored the second one, which tied it up. If it wasn't for him, the White Sox would be 3-0 right now. Called upon to do the job, and he's done it well here in this series as he takes the ball outside. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike in the inside part of the plate. Wayne Nordhagen doing the catching here in Game 2. Naharodny will be used as the designated hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. We thought maybe Naharodny had called McGraw off on throwing to second in that 11th inning, but that was not the case. Here's a pitch of fastball low and in. 2 balls and a strike. White Sox trying to even up this Father's Day afternoon as well as evening the series up with Kansas City here at Comiskey Park. Royals have taken 2 of the first 3. 2 by 1 run. Here's a toss over to first, the runner back. It's going to be a tough chore with the likes of one Paul Splithorf on the mound. He's been a White Sox killer over the years. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch and a tie of ball. Well, there's an old saying in this game called turn the page. This club a lot different ball club this year than it was a year ago. Obviously, last year's club different than the 1976 club. A lot of faces have been changed in this organization the last 3 years. Here's a pitch and a swing and a foul to the right side, so the count goes to 3-2. That'll allow Poquette to be off with a pitch. White Sox have won 30 and lost 32. They will not go over the 500 mark or to the 500 mark either way today. Have to wait until Seattle and Minnesota come to town to accomplish that. Speaking of the Twins, they're about to win their 6th in a row as they lead the Tigers 8-4 at the end of 8. They've got an outstanding pitching. Their 5-game winning streak, they've got 4 complete game victories. So the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hurdle had broken his bat on that foul ball. Now he's ready. Shooter out of the stretch. The 3-2 delivery. All 4 he walked him. So the Royals with runners at first and second and 2 out. And the batter, Hal McRae, went 0 for 4 in the first game, but he walked to lead off the 11th inning. And he came around to score. What proved to be the winning run. McRae 0 for 12 in the series. Only had 2 hits in his last 35 times up. The runners at first and second with 2 down. Schuler out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Darrell Porter got the game-winning hit in Game 1 in the on-deck circle. Outfield playing Porter around to the left. Schuler, a Kansas boy, delivers. There's a swing and a fly ball to right. Claudell Washington is there. He comes in. He's got it. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on. So we're at the end of a half inning of play. Kansas City nothing. The White Sox coming to bat. For the Kansas City Royals, he defeated the White Sox 2 weeks ago today when the Royals handed the White Sox probably their worst loss of the year in terms of runs scored against, 13-2. He did not go the distance in that ball game. He was bothered a little bit with a slight injury. Went 7 innings and got the win. Alan Bannister leads it off here. Bannister went 1 for 4 in Game 1, came into the doubleheader. Hitting .264 with 4 RBIs, and he takes the strike. Splithorf lifetime against the White Sox has won 16 and lost 10. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. 2 strikes on the batter. He and Frank Canana, another left-hander, had great success against the Chicago organization under various owners. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up to the left side. Poptek is there. He got jammed, and he's got it. 1 out. Well, there's 1 down, and Claudell Washington, the batter, came on late in the ball game, and game 1 went 0 for 2. Woodorf is making his 16th start of the year, the 7th on the road. Ranks in the top 5 in the American League and earned run average at 2.41. Also in the top 5 in innings pitched, 119 and a third. He's won 4 of his last 5 starts. Here's a check swing, hits his bat, goes back to the screen. Opened the season with 4 consecutive wins. He had won 7 in a row ending last year, so he had an 11-game winning streak. Then he dropped his next 4 ball games. Now he's come back to win 4 in a row. Here's a pitch up high, a ball. In 4 of his 5 losses this year. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul off there. Fair ball. Porter has it. Throws. He got it. The ball was off of Washington, but it went fair. It did not go foul. As it hit him as he came out of the box. Umpire ruled it was a fair ball, and Porter got it and threw him out. So he's out 2-3. And there's 2 down. Woodorf has won 8, lost 5. As we mentioned, he won 4 in a row, then lost 4 in a row. Now he's come back to win 4 out of 5. Here's the pitch to Chet Lemon, and it's outside of ball. Chet 0 for 5 in game 1. They really wrapped him up. They forced him 3 different times to ground to the third baseman. And 2 other times they struck him out. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. So Hassler and Bird and Mangori jamming him in that first game, and very successfully. Left-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Baltimore has defeated Oakland, California over the Yankees. Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen, and Seattle beat Boston 3-2. So the Mariners will have a happy plane trip into Chicago after snapping their 10-game losing streak. In 4 of his 5 losses this year, the Royals have scored 2 or less runs for Woodorf. Left-hander ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up to the right side, foul territory. Lemon getting fooled on that pitch, hurdles there, and he's got it. Matt retires the side. 1-2-3. So the White Sox down in order. We're at the end of a 1 complete inning of play. It's Kansas City nothing, the White Sox nothing in game 2.
Whether you're planning to patch a small hole or paint a large wall, True Value hardware stores can help. They offer supplies that you need to get professional-looking results.
Back at Comiskey Park, as the White Sox trying to split a doubleheader here after the Royals took game 1, 3-2 in the 11th inning. As we go to the second, no score. California won their ball game over the Yankees today, 3-2. So California right now remaining 1.5 behind Kansas City. The White Sox win game 2. The Angels will be 1 game out. If the Royals win it, California will be 2 back. Oakland got beat, so they're 3 back. Texas playing tonight against Toronto. Right now, the White Sox are 3.5 back, and they'll either be 2.5 back or 4.5 back when the afternoon is over. Darrell Porter, who got the game-winning hit, the only hit that LeGros gave up, but it was a single to right after a walk and a sacrifice, and it won the ball game. Leads it off here in the second inning. Porter 1 for 5 in game 1 with that RBI. Only had 2 hits and 13 times at bat in the series, but that last one won the ball game. Not how many you get, but when you get them, obviously. First pitch is a ball. They'll be followed by Collins and Poptek. They haven't announced the crowd, but it's a big one again. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a check swing and a ball inside. In the Eastern Division, Baltimore now has moved into second place ahead of the Yankees, 6.5 behind the Red Sox. The Yankees are 7 back. Milwaukee has a chance to gain a half a game. They lost the first game of their doubleheader. Here's the called strike, a fastball at the knees. And Atlanta held on and defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-7 after scoring 7 in the first. And 1 in the third. They held on. Here's a swing and a grounder foul to the right side. Stargell had hit a home run for Pittsburgh. Tanner the winner, Bibby the loser. And And the Giants won Game 1 of the doubleheader 3-0 on a 5-hit shutout by Vida Blue. Vida, who had a rough year for Oakland last year, is now 1-9 and lost 4 for San Francisco. They remain a game and a half in front of Cincinnati with Game 2 to go. Pirates, by losing, are now 4 games under 500. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Porter. Stands way back in the batter's box. Here's the pitch, and it's low, ball 3. So the Giants 40 and 22, Cincinnati 40 and 25. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He walked it way inside a ball. San Diego has jumped out in front of the Phillies 2-0 at the end of 1. So a runner at first with nobody out on the leadoff walk. A leadoff walk twice in Game 1 resulted in a run for Kansas City. They tied it up with a leadoff walk in the 7th and won the ball game after a leadoff walk in the 11th. Al Collins, the batter, 0 for 4 in Game 1. Came into the doubleheader hitting .258 with 2 homers and 26 RBIs. The pitch to him is a ball outside. Lon Schuler on the mound. Faced Kansas City in relief 2 weeks ago today. This was his 3rd consecutive start. Lifetime, he has no record against Kansas City. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Collins steps out. Now the right-hander is ready. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Giants, the winners. Cincinnati, the winners. Shooter ready. Now he takes his foot off the rubber. Kansas City has won 2 games in this series, 2-1 and 3-2. The White Sox winning yesterday 6-1. Really not an abundance of runs being scored in this series. Right-hander ready. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul. The hit and run was on, and they probably went after ball 3. It was way inside on him, and he fouled it back. And the count is 2-1 as Porter goes back to first. Kansas City goes home after today's doubleheader. They take on Cleveland. White Sox remaining home in the longest homestand of the year. Taking on Seattle Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights, and then Minnesota next weekend, concluded by a doubleheader next Sunday. Right-hander ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Shooter has walked 2 of the last 3 men that he has faced, and he's in jeopardy here of walking Collins. 3 balls and a strike. Twirling that bat a la Willie Stargell, but from the right side. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball to left. Bannister moving over. He's there. He's got it, 1 out. So Collins flying out on a 3-1 pitch, and the batter is the shortstop, Freddie Poptek, went 0 for 3 in Game 1. Came into the doubleheader, hitting .266 with a homer and 24 RBIs. Freddie Poptek. The White Sox pitching staff in this streak where now they've won 18 of their last 22 ball games. 5 times they've had shutouts. 6 times they've caught ball games where they've allowed only 1 run. 4 times they've allowed only 2 runs, and 3 times they've allowed 3 runs. The only time they've lost allowing 3 runs was in Game 1 as the first pitch is way outside a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield playing the batter around to the left. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And it's a called strike. Some of the crowd in the upper deck yelling for Strohs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner not going. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. The thing about Schuler the other night against Texas, he was out in front of most of the hitters, practically all of them. But here this afternoon, just in the first couple of innings, he's been falling behind them. He's Walked a pair and struck out a man. Now a 2-1 count to Pontek. Here's the pitch. Inside, goes back to the screen. Here goes the runner to second. Ball 3. Porter makes the big turn at second. It's a wild pitch. So the leadoff walk now at second with 1 out. And a 3-1 count to Porter. To Pontek with Porter at second to Terrell in the on-deck circle. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Royals winning the first one, 3-2 in 11 innings. No score here in the second. Pontek standing way back in the batter's box. Right-hander ready, the 3-1 pitch. Outside a ball, he walked it. 3 walks given up by Schuler to the last 5 men that he has faced. And the batter is Jerry Terrell, went 0 for 1 in game 1. Terrell, a 191 hitter with 2 RBIs. Right-handed hitter, outfield, plain and shallow, and to go to the opposite field. So the double play is in order here. Schuler working out of his stretch. Here's the pitch. Called strike in the inside part of the plate. Terrell wisely was taking that first pitch after the 2 walks here in the inning. Royals now in the last 2 innings have had 2 men on. Both the first and the second. Right-hander out of the stretch. Looks to second. Here's the 1-strike pitch. There's a swing and a grounder to short. Kessinger has it. Goes to second for 1. There'll be no relay. And they get the middleman for the second out. There are runners at first and third now with 2 outs. As Pontek is forced out, 6-4. And on the play, Porter goes to third and Willie Wilson, the rookie, is the batter. He struck out his first time up when he tried to bunt with 2 strikes on it. Jimmy Pearsall was surprised he tried to do it in the first game with a 1-2 pitch. Brought his bat back in time, and he tried to do it this time, and he was out. Here's the pitch, a swing and a grounder to Lamar Johnson at first, steps to the bag as he retires the side. Wilson going after the first pitch, rounds out to Lamar. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. The Royals have stranded 4 the first 2 innings here. So we go to the second. There's no score.
6 seconds showing on the clock. Here's the snap. Comiskey, Page, throws, touchdown. Hi, this is Chris Gowdy for your Clark Lift Truck dealer. And tell him Gowdy sent you. Talk to your Clark Lift of Chicago dealer in Rosemont, where lift truck service is the name of the game. That's Clark Lift of Chicago, the lift truck people. The time is right. That feeling's coming through. Real beer lovers know only one beer will do. Oh, for the real beer lovers, those days like no other. For the real beer lovers, from one beer lover to another stroke. So Brewing Company, Detroit.
Wayne Nordhagen leads it off for the White Sox in the second inning. Wayne went 1 for 2 in game 1. Just a big cut and fouls it back. Wayne doing the catching here in game 2. Wayne singled and scored, and he also walked in game 1. 277 hitter with 2 homers and 20 RBIs coming into the ball game. Paul Splittorff in the windup, delivers. High a ball, 1-1. Well, the White Sox have faced Hassler twice this year. They faced Gale twice and Splittorff twice. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball, going to drop in for a base hit into right center field. Right go for 2. Nordhagen trying. Here's the throw. He flies. He's safe. A double. Nordhagen doubles to right center. That's the first hit off of Splittorff. And believe it or not, it's the first extra base hit of the afternoon for the White Sox. The Royals had 2 of them. A home run and a double, which produced 2 runs. Lamar Johnson, the batter, went 1 for 4 in game 1. Came within a foot of hitting a 3-run homer. We wouldn't have to worry about extra innings, or the wind had not blown it foul, but that's baseball. Lamar hitting .242, 4 homers and 24 RBIs, takes the ball outside. Well, the Sox have faced Gale twice and beaten him twice. Hackler, they're 1-0 against. He did not get the decision in game 2. Here's a swing and a grounder right side. Carroll has it on a short hop as he charges it, and on the play, Nordhagen goes to third. So Lamar grounds out 4-3, but he kept the ball on the right side of the infield, allowing the runner to go to third, where he's there with 1 out, and the sacrifice fly is in order as Bill Naharodny stepped up. Billy, the designated hitter here in game 2. Hitting .251 with 5 homers and 25 RBIs coming into the doubleheader. Went 1 for 4 in game 1. It was a big hit because it put Lamar Johnson in scoring position at that particular time, allowed him to score the second run of the ball game. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's inside a ball. So the White Sox have faced Gale, Hackler, and now Splittorff twice apiece in the last couple of weekends. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball. Deep right center field. It'll score the run. Nordhagen tagging up. Collins has it. And the White Sox take the lead 1-0 as Nordhagen crosses the plate. So Naharodny drives in his 26th run of the year. And the Sox are on the board here in game 2, 1-0. And the batter is Soderholm. Well, that's what you want to see. Get that runner over when he's at second base. A sacrifice fly brought him home. Here's a swing and a long fly ball off the bat of Soderholm. Way back. It might get out of here. It is gone. A home run. The batter. The fans still on their feet. Soderholm waves his salutation in response, and we're all set here. Listen to this crowd. They haven't quieted down yet. First pitch to Kessinger outside of ball. Downey went 0 for 4 in the opener. And he's .263 with 10 RBIs coming into the doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Home strike in the outside corner. A double and infield out, a sacrifice fly, and on the first pitch, Soderholm homered into left field seat. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a looper to right center. Collins coming over. He's there, and he'll grab it. And that retires the side. But in the second, the White Sox come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left on. And Rob Schuler of the Sox lead at the end of 2-0.
People use our money to get the most out of life.
Helping people get the most out of life. What's it all about? Well, this year at Household Finance, we're celebrating our 100th anniversary. And in our 100 years, we've learned that different people get the most out of life in many different ways. For some, it's a college education for their children. For others, it could be home improvement, new furniture, or a vacation. In our 100 years, HFC has helped people get the most out of life in many different ways. We'd like to help you, too. Household Finance, an equal opportunity lender.
Come on into
There's an HFC office near you where you'll find people ready to help you get the most out of life. That's what HFC's been doing since 1878.
Rod Schuler on the mound now as it takes to a 2-0 lead. A year ago, Schuler made 5 relief appearances against the Royals. No starts. This is his first start against them. He does not have a decision against Kansas City. And the first pitch to the leadoff man, Tom Poquette, inside a ball. Poquette got on in an air back in the first. The Royals have had 2 men on in both the first and second innings here at Game 2 after winning the opener 3-2 in 11 innings. Here's the pitcher that's swinging a fly ball to right field. Washington going over on the warning track. He's got it. He was playing it straight away right. The outfield was playing it to go the other way, but he pulled the ball down the right field line. But Caudell, utilizing his great speed, got over there and got it. 1 out. And the batter is Brett. Right out to center his first time up. Kansas City winning that one-run ball game. The Royals have now won 11 and lost 13 one-run ball games. The White Sox are 10 and 10. The White Sox are 0 and 5 in extra innings play this year. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's inside a ball. You're in tune with WMAQ, Chicago, Illinois. 5 o'clock in the Windy City. Second game of the doubleheader. Shooter into the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. Evens it up 1-1 as it goes to the upper deck. One ball, one strike. Milwaukee leading Cleveland 2-1 at the end of 8 in Game 2 after the Tribe won the opener 3-0, snapping Milwaukee's 10-game winning streak. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch inside a ball. Milwaukee going to be kicking themselves. They win 10 in a row, and they don't gain but one game on Boston because they won 9 in a row. Then they get beat, but Boston did too. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Here's a swing and a grounder to Pryor at second. He's got it. Throws him out. Brett 0 for 6 this afternoon. So 2 up and 2 down, and now Schuler trying to retire the side in order for the first time today. 2-0 Sox leading here in Game 2 after dropping the opener 3-2 in 11 innings. The Mariners come to town tomorrow night. They'll be here tomorrow night and Tuesday night. Wednesday will be an off day. Right-hander delivers. Here's the pitch. Off the catcher's mitt. A ball going off to the right side. Tomorrow night is the Valentine Boys Club night at Comiskey Park. There'll be a Bridgeport parade and also a special half-price group night. Tuesday will be golf night and straight-A student night, co-sponsored by Interlake and the Tribune. After the open date Wednesday, Turtles just fouled it off 1-1. The Twins will be in here. Well, first on Thursday night, it'll be Italian-American night against Seattle. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a tie ball. And the Twins open up Friday night will be Croatian night. Flags, dancers, and costumes. Usual fireworks display after the ball game Friday. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. A swing and a grounder foul to the right side. 2 strikes to the batter, along with 2 balls. Next Sunday was scheduled for a single game, but it'll be a doubleheader because the White Sox having to make up a previously rained-out game against Minnesota. So they'll be in here for 4, Friday night, Saturday, and doubleheader Sunday. Now time is called. Saturday is a night game, WLS teen night. All teenagers in for half price. Here's the pitch, and it's low a ball. Rich Reddick did a fine job. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hurdle. Hurdle's walked 3 different times today. Right-hander ready. The 3-2 pitch, swinging a grounder to second. Pryor's there. He's got it. Waits for Lamar to get to first and throws him out. 3 up and 3 down in the third. So we go to the bottom of the third. The White Sox 2, Kansas City nothing.
The new Chevy Chevette. Through the first 6 months of this model year, Chevy Chevette's the best-selling small car in America. You know why? That's right, because Chevy Chevette's a lot more car for a lot less money. Based on the comparison of manufacturers' suggested retail prices, except for the scooter, this year's Chevy Chevette 2-door hatchback is priced lower than what last year's Chevette would have cost for the same equipment.
Milwaukee Park as Greg Pryor leads it off. Greg went 1 for 3 in game number 1. Greg came into the ball game hitting .268 with 4 RBIs, batting for the first time here. Here's the first pitch to him, and it's a called strike. He's the number 9 hitter in the order. He'll be followed by Bannister and Washington. Paul Splittorff delivers inside a ball. 2-0 White Sox out in front after Kansas City took the first game. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Kansas City won the opener 3-2. Milwaukee just split a doubleheader with Cleveland. They got 2 more in the ninth, and they beat the Indians 4-1. Augustine over Paxton. There's a swing and a fly ball to left. Coquette's coming in. He's got it. And there's one out. Greg got good wood on the ball, but right at the left fielder, Tom Coquette. There's one out, and Alan Bannister, the batter. So Milwaukee gained a half a game on the Boston Red Sox today by gaining that split. So Milwaukee's 7.5 back. So they got a big punch up in the second, third, and fourth spot in the American League East. Boston now leading Baltimore by 6.5. The Yankees are 7 back, and Milwaukee 7.5 back. Bannister in the hole 0-1, and the next pitch is outside a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen popped up to Patek at short, leading off the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 2. White Sox got their 2 runs in the second and a double by Nordhagen. Lamar Johnson grounded out to second. Nordhagen taking third, and Naharodny drove him home with a sacrifice fly, and then Soderholm hit a homer. 2-1 pitch, swing and a foul ball down the left side. Would have been in there for extra bases had it been fair. Evens up to Allen at 2-2. White Sox trying to gain a split and move back within 1 game of 500. If the White Sox are able to gain a split, California would move within 1 game of first. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a looper down the left side. If it drops there, it's going to be out of foul ball. And Brett diving for it almost came up with a fine play. Patek over there with him. Not to say if it dropped, it could be for extra bases, but it went foul, and Brett made a valiant effort after the ball. Go for it. Hey, gutsy kid, no doubt about it. Plays the game hard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the way it should be played. Obviously within reason. Minnesota just won their 6th in a row. The Twins are hot. They beat the Tigers 8-4. Really in a slump. Here's a pitch, low ball, 3-2. Tigers now have lost 7 in a row. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Low ball, he walked it. First walk given up by Splittorff. And the batter is Claudel Washington. Fouled one off of himself, but he was in fair territory when the ball hit him. Got out in front of the plate, and he was thrown out by the catcher. Losers of 3 of their last 4 are in Houston tonight. Cubs expected to go with Lamp against Dixon. Claudel 0 for 3 for the afternoon. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big bats today for the White Sox have been Nordhagen 2 for 3, and Soderholm 3 for 6. Home run and 2 RBIs. Left-hander out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. You know, next week out here, between games of that doubleheader, it'll be the White Sox pitch hit and run divisional championship. The winners advance. Hopefully, they'll make it to the All-Star game in San Diego. Here's the toss over to first, the runner back. You'll hear them all on WMAQ radio, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night against Seattle. Next Friday night, Saturday night, and the doubleheader Sunday against Minnesota. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. We're scheduled for a 3-game series next weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. And then with the makeup game, the White Sox are either going to play a day-night doubleheader on Saturday. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing on the long side. Deep to right field. Way back. It is gone. A home run for Claudel, Washington. And the White Sox lead 4-0. After losing a tough one in the first, have come out booming here in the second. 2 runs in the second. Now a 2-run homer by Claudel, his first as a member of the White Sox. Paul Splittorff has given up 2 home runs in his many innings. The 10th and 11th that he has given up this year. And Chet Lemon, the batter. Fans on their feet wanting Claudel to come out. Here's the pitch inside, a ball to Chet Lemon. Claudel does come out and tips his hat. Left-hander in the windup. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. Lemon looking for his first hit of the afternoon, 0 for 6. You lose a tough game like that and have a tough left-hander like Splittorff to face. Here's a pitch inside, ball 3. You got to feel fortunate that you jumped out in front early. One of the truly fine gentlemen in the game of baseball, Paul Splittorff. But the White Sox have treated him not so gentlemanly as Lemon takes the strike and Marty Patton, the right-hander, is up in the bullpen. Also, Steve Mangori, a left-hander. Here's the pitch outside, a ball, and he walked it. After Pryor got good one on the ball and hit it right at Coquette in left. A walk and a home run and a walk. And Wayne Nordhagen, the batter. He's had a big afternoon. He has singled, he's walked, and he has doubled. And he has scored 2 runs. Officially 2 for 3. Splittorff ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. Porter thought he had him. So does Splittorff as he comes down the mound onto the grass looking in. 1 ball and no strikes for the batter. Dodgers leading Montreal 5-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He had a big cut. LA's got to win just to remain within 5 of the Giants. It's already shut out the Mets 3-0. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Here the White Sox trying to gain a split lead 4-0 after losing 3-2 in 11. Left-hander out of the stretch. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big cut again. Strike 2. Baltimore has defeated Oakland. Minnesota has defeated Detroit. California has defeated the Yankees. Seattle upended Boston. And Milwaukee and Cleveland have split a doubleheader. This is the only game in the American League going on right now. Toronto will be at Texas tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a foul ball coming back to the right side. Catcher giving chase. And it's going to be out of play. Just a couple of rows back. Porter reached in to get it. Could not handle it. And Nordhagen remains alive in Chicago. Could have won that ball game in the first. This game is, has always been said, a game of inches. The Royals prevailed 3-2. Now the White Sox trying to come back and split. The runner at first, 2 runs are in here in the inning, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. He just got a piece of it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Wayne is not getting cheated. He is getting his cuts up there. Tomorrow go with Cusick against Terrence. Stone goes against Mitchell on Tuesday and Barrios against Cole on Thursday. That means Kravik goes against Minnesota on Friday. Left-hander ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up on the infield. He got jammed. Brett, the third baseman, there. He's got it. 2 outs. So Nordhagen pops up. There's 2 down. And the batter is Lamar Johnson, who grounded out to second his first time up. Lamar 1 for 5 in the doubleheader. Marty Patton continues to warm up down the right side. I'd like to see Lamar put one in those seats to the left. 4-0, the White Sox leading. Fedorf out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside of all, a sacrifice fly by Naharati, a home run by Satterholm, and a 2-run homer by Claudell Washington that accounted for all 4 runs. The Sox have already scored twice as many runs here in 2 2/3 innings of Game 2 that they did in Game 1. Fedorf out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 2. Benny Minoso coaching over at first, Bobby Knapp at third. Chet Lemon at first base with 2 down here in the 3rd. Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike. Lamar taking all the way. Two balls and a strike. Big right-handed hitting first baseman waits. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Comes back to the upper deck. And the count evens up at 2-2. Well, let's see. California won by a run. Seattle won by a run. Baltimore won by a run. Kansas City won the first game by a run. 4 one-run ball games in the American League this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul down the right side. Got it up and in, but he swung late on it. One-run game in the National League. Atlanta beating Pittsburgh 8-7. 2 shutouts going on. Dodgers shutting out Montreal 5-0. San Diego shutting out the Phillies early at 3-0. San Francisco shut out the Mets 3-0 in Game 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball. If it stays fair, it's going to be out of here. Going down the left field line. It is a foul ball, and it did not get out of here. It goes into the box seats down in the corner. Well, that ball just died all of a sudden. The wind prevented Poquette from getting that ball, like the wind prevented Lamar from getting a 3-run homer in Game 1. Now, you like to say they all even up, but I'd sure like to see that ball be fair in that last game. Never would have gone to extra innings. Two balls and 2 strikes to Lamar. Fedorf out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Half swing and a foul to the left side. 40,598 here this afternoon. 40598. So he outdrew the Kansas City 3-date crowd. Here goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder right side, a base hit. Here goes Lemon going to third. The second baseman went to cover, and as he did, Lamar singled in the vacated spot. And the White Sox have runners at first and third with 2 out, and Naharati the batter. Naha drove in the first White Sox run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. $112,181 for the series. At Kansas City a couple of weeks ago, here's the pitch. High of all. The Royals drew 97,000 for the 3-game set against the White Sox, and here in the 3-date, the White Sox draw 112,000 plus. Here's a pitch outside, ball 3. A bad one with load the bases for Satterholm. So the White Sox drew 15,181 more people than Kansas City, plus the fact all the games here televised locally. Here's the 3-0 pitch. He takes a strike. 3-1. Runners at first and third, 2 out, 2 runs in. Leading 4-0 here in Game 2. the stretch. Here's the pitch. Called strike two. So the count is full. Lamar Johnson will be off at first. Lemon will be cautious down the line at third with a right-handed hitter up. A 3-2 pitch tossed over to first, the runner back. Royals won the opener 3-2. Now Porter wants to have a conversation with Splittorn. Well, you feel like you're in real problems when you lose the first game. And the likes of a Paul Splittorn pitching against you in game two. And Kansas City, conversely, has to feel pretty good about that. The White Sox have jumped on the Arlington Heights product for 2 in the second, here 2 in the third. That runners at first and third, the 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a pop-up. He got jammed. First baseman coming over, catcher coming over, and the first baseman has it. I think he swung at ball 4. So Woodorf gets out of it without any more problems, but the White Sox come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 left, a big blow, a 2-run homer by Claudell Washington. We're at the end of 3. I'm Lauren Brown, Harry Carey, and Jimmy Pearsall will be along in a minute. It's the White Sox 4, Kansas City nothing.
You son of a... Now the line, the pitch bounces in front of the plate. We're in the 4th. Schuler gets ready. Now the pitch divot. Strike. Here's the delivery. Fastball inside. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. 4-0 in favor of the White Sox. We're in the 4th. Now the pitch, here it is. Curve inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Schuler is walked 3 men. McRae looking for his first hit of the series. There's a high, lazy fly ball. Claudell Washington is there. Don't worry about it. One gone. McRae is 0 for 14 in the series. Yet scored the winning run in the first game after getting a base on ball. Crowd is really on him, of course. One man out. Left-hand hitter up there. Darrell Porter, whose base hit, won the first game. Schuler is ready. The strike is gone. 1 strike and nothing. 1 man out, nobody on base. More than 112,000 people paid to see the series. The White Sox are well over the 600,000 mark. We'll go over 700,000 during the week. Now the wind, the pitch, here it is. And it's high. A ball and a strike. We're in the 4th. 4-0. Here's the pitch by Schuler. Fastball a little bit low. Schuler's been a godsend so far for the White Sox. He has stepped into their starting rotation and really helped. 2 balls and a strike. Full foul. And the count is even. 2-2. The Giants had Vida Blue pitching. Their game ought to be over by now. He won, huh? Now the wind, the pitch. Foul back. And Porter went to his knees from the force of his swing.
Porter, a good hitter against right-handed pitching. Got a big base hit when he singled in the right center to score a run in the 11th.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the delivery, a little bit low. Ball 3. Chris Knapp of the California Angels beat the Yankees 3-2. Yankees dropped to 3rd place. Baltimore moved in ahead of them. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball, base hit. Just to the right of Lamar. Sometimes I think he makes the play better to his left than he does to his right.
You're right there. He doesn't pick the ball up. The bat is quick. You know, one thing about Earl Weaver, his ball club looked like they were just going to be out of it when we were there last. They even called the game with the sun out. But he keeps that ball club battling. They don't go out that field and loaf.
They are now 12 games above the 500 mark. That's how far they've come. Here's Cowens now. And the curveball is low and outside. Schuler's been doing it today primarily with change of speeds and breaking balls. Not as fast as we've seen him on other occasions. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. It gets away from Nordhagen. It'll be a pass ball.
Nordhagen took his eye off that ball and looked at the runner. As he did, the ball popped out of his glove. So, you know, when you've got one catcher and a guy who is just learning to catch, it makes it pretty hard because he hasn't caught in about a month or so.
Well, they got a good one down in the minor leagues if they ever want to bring him up. Mike Colburn. I guess the problem is because he's young, they don't want to bring him up and sit him on the bench. They'd rather have him playing. Here's the pitch swung on. A high drive. Bannister's there waiting. Makes the catch. Deep. Al Bannister. 2 away.
Schuler got away with a 3/4 arm pitch inside that Cowens just didn't get enough out in front of. He doesn't want to get that pitch there. He wants it outside.
So there's 2 away now. Here's Freddie Poptek. Poptek walked his first time. He's been hitless in the series. Good fastball. That's the best he's thrown.
Right, he came over the top with it.
1 strike to nothing. A runner in scoring position. The pitch. A wide breaking curve.
Looks like his curveball is just a little lazy, and it seems to sail on him outside, but it isn't breaking down. It's flat.
A ball and a strike. 2 and out. The pitch. Little low, ball 2.
Harry, talk about being away from the plate. Look where Pautruck stands. He's way away from the plate and goes into the ball. Of course, like Charlie Lau preaches, but generally you don't get that far away. But Lemon, if he'd move a little, even half that far away, I think he'd have more arm movement and better swings at the ball.
He could hit the ball out front.
That's right. He's getting jammed so much, and he hasn't changed yet.
2 balls and a strike. Poptek waiting. The pitch. Foul back. Into the upper deck. And he's caught up with him now. 2-2. 4-0 in favor of the White Sox. Home runs by Soderholm and Claudel Washington.
When you stand away from the plate like this, that good overhand hard slider down in the way is a tough pitch for them to hit. And that's what he may try to throw him right here.
2-2 pitch. That's him out. Poptek is called out on strike. No run. 1 hit. No error. 1 left. We go down to the bottom of the 4th. White Sox 4. Kansas of the day of this game. First pitch to Kissinger is high. Here's the pitch swung on. Line drive right at the second baseman.
Boy, Scotterholm really displaying some power. That time he got all of it. The first time it didn't look like he hit it as well, and it just barely got in the front row. But it looks like he's looking for his pitch. He's getting it, and he's hitting it. And his fielding in the first game was just unbelievable. It wasn't his fault we didn't win that first ball game.
It was because of him we were in it with a chance to win it. I finally lost in the 11th inning. Here now is Pryor. And the fastball is low. I think that's the first time this year the White Sox, second time. Here's a pitch, a curve strike off. George Orta hit 2 homers in one game earlier this year. This is the only other time. This might be the first game in some time that the White Sox have hit more than 1 home run. They have 3 so far today. Here's Pryor, a high pop fly on the infield. First baseman Hurdle is there. Makes the catch.
You know, he hit that ball, Pryor. Didn't know where it was, but it was in fair territory. You know, these fans can really pump a ball club up. I have never seen anything like it. Instead of dying now after we lose a tough one in the first game, the fans are more excited than the players, and they know they've got to play well for them.
Boy, I tell you, you lose a heartbreaker like that first game, and you have to face a whole hex like Splittar. It'd be easy to be able to down. But the White Sox have bounced right back, and they have a 5-0 lead now, and we're in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Bannister, a high fly. Center field will be caught. Willie Wilson takes it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 4. The White Sox 5, Kansas City nothing.
WMAQ. Where you red and white, WMAQ is going to make you rich bumper stickers could be worth thousands of dollars in cash and prizes to you. We have over $200,000 in cash and prizes, and we're giving it all away. For a chance to be a winner, pick up your free red and white WMAQ bumper sticker from any participating True Value hardware store in the greater Chicago area and stick it on your car's rear bumper. If the 2 truck stops you, you win. It's that easy. Stick it and win with WMAQ.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jimmy Pearsall for Emory Air Freight. Emory doesn't just go to major cities. They also go to the minors.
Harry Terry and Jimmy Pearsall, we're back in the ballpark. We're going now into the top of the 5th inning. White Sox out in front. 5-0 after losing the first game. 3-2 in 11 innings. Ron Schiller has allowed only 1 hit. Leading it off here, Jerry Terrell. Terrell bouncing to a force play his first time up. See what's going on here.
Well, I guess they throw those firecrackers out. But we don't have a first baseman.
Lamar Johnson is not on the field as yet.
California defeated the Yankees 3-2. As Harry said before, Knapp the winning pitcher. Seattle finally broke Boston's win streak. I think it was at 10, 3-2 today. The Cubs play at Houston tonight. Baltimore defeated Oakland 2-1. Minnesota continues to beat Detroit. They beat them 3 straight, 8-4. Cincinnati defeated St. Louis 4-2. Silvio Martinez lost his 2nd game in a row.
All right, Lamar Johnson has returned to the field, and we're ready to go here. We're in the top of the 5th inning, Terrell leading it off. Schiller's set. Curveball inside and high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
I hope we get 6 innings out of him. Good 6 innings.
Now the signal given. Seattle will be here tomorrow night. And curve swung on, popped up on the infield. That's going to be easy. Kissinger under the ball, makes the catch. 1 man out.
When Schiller comes sidearm to these guys that don't play very much like Terrell, their butt goes out and the bat goes, oop, and a little pop fly.
Here now is Willie Wilson. He's nothing out of 2.
Wilson, who I'm surprised doesn't bunt more, has become a switch hitter, but all he has to do is get the ball on the ground, and he almost beats it out all the time.
One of the fastest men in all of baseball. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball high. One ball, no strikes. One away here. Ben Arden, the orchestra man, is here today. Now to wind the pitch. And it's a little bit inside.
With the great rhythm you have, Harry, you never let a band.
Huh? Are you kidding me? No. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the pitch, here it is. Swung, and he missed.
I don't think he's a left-handed hitter.
No, he isn't. He's teaching him to be a left-hand hitter.
He's got that kind of a swing. I hope I can hit it.
He's got the kind of a swing. He's just trying to bounce the ball on the ground so he can beat it out. 2 balls and a strike. He was going to bunt. The pitch was low and inside. Ball 3.
Sure, knowing this, is just trying to get it over, but it just won't. Sometimes it'll happen that way.
3 balls and a strike. 1 man out, nobody on. 5-0 in favor of the White Sox. Now the pitch. Swings, and he pulls the ball foul. And the count is full at 3-2.
Oh, boy, that guy in the left field bleachers has got all those cups, about 150 of them standing up in the air. Look at him bending.
Whoop. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, walk him, ball 4.
He had to walk him.
He didn't want to do that.
Because he will bother you. He'll run everywhere.
That's the 4th walk off Schiller.
The fans are all cheering for that thing to fall.
They're piling up those beer cups in a funnel, as it were. A runner at first, 1 out. Here's Tom Poquette. He's nothing out of 2. Flip over to first base to runner back. All the other baseball is over with the exception of the night games. Again, Wilson gets back. Willie Wilson. Long lead to pitch. By call, the curveball at the knee. Wilson made a false start. We're 5 runs behind. Normally, you wouldn't expect a man to try to steal. But Wilson is so lightning fast, he may go. Quick throw to runner back. 1 strike and nothing, 1 man out. We're in the 5th. Now the stretch. The pitch, way high and wide.
It dropped, Harry, some of it.
A ball and a strike. Poquette hitting .236. Good left-hand batter. Now the delivery, here it is. There goes the runner, swung on. Long drive, center field, Lemon on the run, on the run. He's there to make the catch. Fires towards first base now. Not in time. The ball gets away. So Lemon, a nice play, and Wilson had to return all the way back to first base. 2 gone.
Wilson was on second base and had to retag the bag and then go back. Lemon made a good throw off balance. Any other runner might have been out.
They're claiming that he did not touch the bag going back, but it's not allowed.
I just told him that he did.
See now, they're going to throw back there off the rubber. Schuler is set.
I'm waiting for Brett to get in there.
Now he's waiting for Brett to get in there. Now he throws back. They say he tagged the bag legally. Now Bob Lemon, the manager, coming out to talk to Joe Brinkman. Apparently Brinkman saw him, tagged the bag in retreating.
Lemon is saying, but you were standing over by third base, and it's an awfully tough call over, I'll bet.
So there's 2 men out. Here's George Brett. Gone. Wilson a lead. Pitch to Brett is a little bit high. Again, Wilson makes the most start. As No strike.
I'd like to see Schuler just concentrate on Brett because he can hit the ball in the ballpark. You've got to make good pitches on him.
Here's the delivery. There goes the runner. Swung on, foul. Out of play. And the count is even up at a ball and a strike. And Willie Wilson puts on a little bit of show out there. He can fly.
He can really run. And Brett has been hitting the ball at second base 7 times or so almost in this series. 4-3. And now that fastball was blown away and Brett fouled it off to the left side. If you can keep it out there, that's a good pitch.
1-1 delivery. There goes the runner. The pitch, the throw. He is safe for stolen base. Boy, look for a moment like they might get him.
Nordhagen with a great throw. Threw it right on the bag. Wilson just outrun the ball.
Well, they got a man in scoring position now. 2 balls and a strike. All the American League Baseball is over with the exception of Toronto at Texas. They start in about an hour and a half. Here we're in the second game in the 5th inning. White Sox leading 5-0. Schuler gets ready. The pitch. Overhanded curve low. Ball 3.
Sutton shut out Montreal today for Los Angeles. He's now 6-6. Quit to the loser. He's 3-6. The Dodgers are creeping up now.
3 balls and a strike on Brett. Here's the pitch. Swings and he fouls it off his foot. That's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 5-0 White Sox. Ball game in the 5th.
Well, that really hurt. Hit him right flush. And Schuler keeping the ball down good to him now. For one, throw down and away if he can, or in and away. It doesn't make any difference. He's got to keep it down.
3 balls, 2 strikes. It's Willie Wilson a lead at second base. Now the stretch, the pitch, full foul. Wilson stolen 2 bases today.
Big hole in right center field now as Washington has moved over towards the line. Lemon is still 2 steps towards left center, so there's a big gap in right center.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Wilson now has swiped 26 bases. Here's the stretch by Schuler, the pitch. A bouncing ball ought to be easy for Lamar. Steps on the bag and then tags the runner coming into him. He's out to retire the side. A run for him. There's 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. White Sox 5. Kansas City 0.
Right now, McDonald's is saluting the families of America. It's our way of saying thanks.
Exclusively at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers. And get your free WMAQ is going to make me a rich bumper sticker. You could win a $25 gift certificate, a car, or even $1,000 in cash. Get your bumper sticker at participating True Value hardware stores. No purchase necessary, and it's void where prohibited.
Harry Carey and Jimmy Pearsall as they go to the bottom of the 5th. Water center field bleachers are jammed out there.
There's somebody in the
Power is really getting overtime. I don't see anybody in the bombers here. Yes, there's somebody out there. Here's Claudel Washington.
And having a little toddy, too. Having a little toddy while they're having a haircut.
Claudel got his first home run of the year in the 3rd inning. Paul Squidfarth is ready to pitch. Fastball a little bit inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Claudel really got a hold of a high breaking ball inside and hit it out of here.
Now the signal given. The pitch. Boy, he was jammed. Hit a little roller right back to the pitcher. Easy out. 1 gone. Here's Lemon. He's nothing for the day.
Seems like for a week, the poor guys are getting nothing but jammers.
Well, good news for our good friend Lee Stern. His Chicago Sting beat Detroit 2-0. Here's the pitch to Lemon. Curve a strike.
Boy, that's the one he's got to hit because that fastball's on top of him. There's a breaking ball down the middle.
1 strike to nothing. There's a line drive. Fair ball into the corner on a slow ball. Lemon's around first, racing for second. A fan touched the ball. They'd had to stop at second anyway.
Harry, I don't believe Sidorf is that kind of a pitcher where he knows the guy he's been jamming and everybody else has been jamming, so 2 slow curveballs. That time a slow curveball. He had plenty of time to double hit that ball inside the line. I'm glad he did because that puts the runner on second.
And brings up Nordhagen, who doubled the right center in the second, popped up in the third. 5-0 in favor of the White Sox. The San Francisco Giants are going for a double dip. Here's the pitch. Jammed him and he popped it up. Hurdle under the ball. He's got it. Come on, Lamar. It's up to Lamar Johnson now. You never got enough runs against the Kansas City Ball Club. 5-0. The White Sox are leading.
Kansas City has scored 276 runs this year. We have scored 246 runs going into this ball game. So we score our share of runs too.
Leonard second base, 2 outs. Now the stretch, the pitch on the way. Popped it up. In the center field, Willie Wilson is there to retire the side. No run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. At the end of 5, it's the White Sox 5, Kansas City nothing.
When I remember way back in the 52, and those nights alone was in Mary Lou. And those nights alone was in Mary Lou. Hanging out at the drive-in in my 57
Hey, Rocky, I bet my Ford's better than your Ford. Oh, yeah? What do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of Champion Plus. Oh, well. Hey, listen, man, I just remembered I got to get my duck tails trimmed, right? Hey, Rocky, I bet my Pinto gets better mileage than your Pinto, yeah? Tell me, what do you got in that thing? Yeah, well, I got a new set of Champion Plus. Oh, wow. Hey, I got a split. I just remembered I got to get a head transplant, right? Hey, stop.
Comiskey Park where the White Sox lead 5-0. They have hit 3 home runs in the second ball game, 2 by Soderholm and 1 by Washington. So far, Schuler has given up 1 hit. He has walked 4 and struck out 1. In this inning, he'll face Clint Hurdle, Al McRae, and Darrell Porter. Hurdle, a young rookie left-handed hitter, hit a home run in the first ball game. He's got good power. Hits the ball well to all field. The outfield plays him around the pole as the sun right now is shining brightly in the outfield. Schuler, 6 feet 5, hits and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. Check that. He fouled a tip right back into the catcher's glove. 1 strike now. The White Sox going into this ball game trail by 3.5 games. If they can win it, they'll be 2.5. The White Sox going into this ball game trail by 3.5 games. If they can win it, they'll be 2.5 out. A 1 strike pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike and a beauty. That time, Schuler came over the top. Bannister's in left field. He's way off the line. Lemon in center field playing almost straight away. A few steps towards right center. Schuler shakes off 1 time. Now he's ready. Nordhagen behind the plate. It swung on line right back to the mound off the glove, and it hurt his hand. No play could be made. And that ball hit the glove hand of Schuler, and he's really shaking it now. And I don't think he's too happy about the fact with 2 strikes and no balls, he got a breaking ball pretty high as the doc goes out to talk to him now. The trainer, Charlie Sad, wants to see that hand. Looks like it's his fingers. Bob Levin's going to walk out and talk to him right now. But that ball really hurt. He had him 2 strikes and no balls. Came in with a breaking ball. That Hurdle lined right back at him.
It hit right on his glove, but I don't think it hit in the glove. It hit on the top of it. In the National League, Los Angeles defeated Montreal 5-0. San Diego defeated Philadelphia 3-0. And no, check that. They're in the 7th inning of that ball game. Cincinnati won 4-2. San Francisco won the first game, and it looks like they're going to take him out of there. He doesn't want to come out, but it looks like he might have broken something in his hand. And the trainer wants to take him into the dugout and get some ice on it in a hurry. And that might mean somebody else is going to come in to pitch. And that's going to be all for Schuler. After he goes 5 full innings, he can still get the win. He leads in the ball game as he goes out 5-0. Someone will come in and warm up now. They've made no signal to who it's going to be. Sam Harrison now goes walking down, and he may start to warm somebody up, but I think he'll come right in here to warm up on the mound. The White Sox got 2 runs in the 2nd inning. Nordhagen doubled. A ground ball to second base by Johnson, and then a sacrifice fly to right by Naharadny for 1 run. Then Soderholm hit a home run just in the front row of the left field seats for the 2nd run of the ball game. Then in the 3rd inning, after Pryor lined out, Bannister walked. Willoughby will come in now, and he'll warm up. He'll have all the time he wants. Claudell Washington then hit a high curveball for a home run in the right field seats for 2 runs. Lemon walked. Nordhagen popped to 3rd. Johnson singled, but then Naharadny popped to first base. We got 2 runs. And then in the 4th inning, Soderholm hit a real shot deep in the lower deck for a home run. That gave them 2 home runs on the day. Willoughby comes in to relieve Schuler. Schuler only gave up 2 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 1. Willoughby now has been pitching outstanding ball. This will be his 29th appearance. He's got a great ERA of 2.45. Being 0-4 means nothing to a relief pitcher. He's in there all the time. He's got 8 saves. Certainly he wants to win, but sometimes you get in there 1 pitch to lose your ball game. He's pitched 44 innings, given up 35 hits, 13 runs, 12 of them are earned, 1 home run, 6 bases on balls. He has struck out 17, has hit 2 batters. Willoughby, a sidearmer who pitched for Boston in the last few years, has been outstanding. He throws a sidearm sinker. The right-handers, he can really make those guys bail out with that curveball. He throws a lot like Schuler, but he gets out a lot lower. He stands 6 feet 3, weighs 195 pounds. So far in this ball game, Schuler has had great control trying to pitch to the inside part of the plate. In the American League, Baltimore won again this afternoon. I think Oakland now has 11 or 12 losses. They lost again 2-1 to Baltimore. Minnesota defeated Detroit 8-4. Minnesota defeated Detroit 3 in a row. And now Detroit is 13.5 games out. California defeated the Yankees 3-2. And the Yankees now are 7.5 out because the Red Sox lost 3-2. Milwaukee split a doubleheader with Cleveland. They won the 2nd game 4-1. Waite finally got some runs, if you call a 3 a lot of runs. He defeated Milwaukee in that first ball game. Seattle defeated Boston 3-2. A home run in that ball game by Rice is 22nd, and he leads the American League. White Sox baseball is brought to you by WMAQ Radio, NBC, where they'll make Chicago, they'll make you rich, WMAQ. So Willoughby gets all the time in the world to throw. The lineup today, especially in this ball game, is Nordhagen's behind the plate. Naharadny has been the Iron Man. He's caught pretty near every ball game and has done a whale of a job. Washington going over to talk to Lemon about something, but the sun is really shining brightly. The Ostards have done a good job in getting this field into condition, considering all the rain we've had in the past 3 days. And as you know, last night, by your house, like my house, it just poured and poured and poured. The wind blew about 60 miles an hour. want to check that. In the American League, Boston, as a team, leads the American League in hitting, 282. Chicago, as a team, is 262. And you know, comparing these two clubs, we have won 3 and lost 3 so far in this series against Kansas City, both in Kansas City and here. Kansas City as a team is hitting at 268. They've got 89 stolen bases. We'd have 35, but so far this year our defense has been much better. We've only made 43 errors. Kansas City has made 55. And they play on that AstroTurf, so you know, Florida and Kessinger have been doing a whale of a job in that infield. Willoughby continues to throw, and the reason he's coming in now, in case you just tuned in, Hurdle, a left-handed hitter with 2 strikes on him, hit a curveball back at Tour, who made a good attempt to get it, but it looked like it hit him on top of the glove and damaged his hand some. It might even be bruised or it might even be broken because Bob Lemon and the trainer Charlie Stan insisted he come out of the ballgame. Nordhagen now out to the mound to talk about the signs with Willoughby. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The White Sox are leading 5-0. Nobody out. A runner on first. Hurdle. And Hal McRae will step in. McRae is an 0 for 13 in this series. And as you read in the paper, he's been trying to psych himself up to show these fans how the Kansas City Ball Club can even play better with them hollering at him. But he's 0 for 13. The infield and double play depth. Pryor at second base now is over near the bag, giving a big hole between first and second. In the stretch, Willoughby delivers. Fastball, first strike. 1 strike now on McRae. Soderholm is over by the bag, and there's a big hole between short and third. So they're bunching up the middle. Hurdle with a short lead. Into his stretch now is Willoughby. He sidearms a breaking ball. Hit towards short. Out in the center field for a base hit. Lemon up with it. McRae reached for a breaking ball and hit it by Kessinger on the line. Just by him. About a foot more, and he had a double play.
He had gone 0 for 14 in the series before that hit.
Darrell Porter will step in. Porter won the first game with a base hit in the 11th inning. He singled in the 4th inning, walked back in the 2nd. 2 men on now. That was the 3rd hit of the game for Kansas City. Lamar now playing behind the runner. He's not holding McRae on. He's off the line and plenty deep. Willoughby ready. The right-hander delivers from the side. Fastball just misses outside. Nordhagen wanted it as he goes to the mound. Looks like he wanted a breaking ball. There's no other reason for him to go out there but to mention it to him that maybe they got their indicator wrong. Tremendous gap in left center field, even though Bannister is off the line and left. Hurdle with a short lead at second. Craig lead at first. The pitch. Fastball hits the inside corner. Porter didn't like it a bit. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Kansas City Royals leading the American League West by 3.5 games now over the White Sox. If the White Sox could win this game, they go 2.5 back. Willoughby now looks back at second base. Kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. Hard shot. Shortstop up with it. Over to Pryor. Back to first. He got it. What a play! A super play on both parts. To his right goes Kessinger. He flips in one motion. Pryor coming across the bag, flips back to first for a tough double play. What a play by 2 good glove men. That double play right there was the 65th double play of the year for the White Sox. The opposition has had 54. Willoughby now will take his full windup. Hurdle down at third. 2 outs here as the White Sox come up with a big double play. Al Collins, the hitter. Collins has flied to left both times up. Willoughby ready. Comes sidearm, breaking ball. Just misses low, and Nordhagen says something to him. But Ford doing a good job behind the plate. Oh, that's Flex Getz is behind the plate. Check that. Getz is doing a good job behind the plate. I like that guy with that balloon protector. They seem to cover the plate better. 1 ball and a strike as time is called. Willoughby went into his motion, but time time was called. Bannister deep and left, over towards the line. The pitch, swung on. Boy, he fooled him with a breaking ball that time. He was struck on the middle finger of his glove hand, which is his left hand, and they're going to take him for x-rays. So that ball must have really jarred him. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. White Sox leading 5-0 in the 6th. Willoughby ready. Breaking ball swung on. Ground ball third base. Soderholm up with it. Fires over for the out, and a nice play by Johnson. So the White Sox get out of a jam on a fine double play. And the score, after 5.5 innings of play, the Chicago White Sox 5, the Kansas City Royals nothing.
Stretched by Brewster. Here's the pitch. Curveball to knee. Strike 3. Sides retired. This is Kurt Gowdy for your Clark Lift Truck dealer. You know, although baseball is more than 135 years old, it wasn't until the game was already 30 years old that the first curveball was thrown. In 1867, a man named William A. Candy Cummings tossed that phenomenon to the surprise of the batter who was facing him at the time. And we've got an equally surprising phenomenon for users of forklift trucks. There's a strong competitor to a Clark lift truck that costs about half as much. This lift truck can deliver thousands of hours of reliable service. Clark's strongest competitor? A used Clark. To find out more about this phenomenon, see your Clark dealer today. Tell him Kurt Gowdy sent you, and you want a straight pitch on used lift trucks.
See your Clark Lift of Chicago dealer for lift truck savings that are straight down the middle. That's Clark Lift of Chicago, the lift truck people.
Hey, you want to know the secret of great baseball? It's all in the wrist. With a flip of the wrist, you can tune in the Sox broadcast. And with a flip of the wrist, you can take a 7-ounce bottle of Stroh's beer out of his handy six-pack. Then using your wrist, you just twist off the top. The rest is easy, especially with a great taste of Stroh's beer. So pick up some 7-ounce bottles of Stroh's in the 8-pack today or tomorrow, sure, and give your wrist a good workout. Stroh's for the real beer lover. I'm one. How about you?
Marty Patton comes on. He's from Charleston, Illinois, the veteran. 5'10", 180 pounds. He's got a record of 1-1. First pitch of Rodney swung on. Popped up. Pautek at shortstop will take it for the out, and now the second baseman's coming over in front of him. The nose. Freddie takes it for out number 1. So on the first pitch, Rodney pops to short. Eric Soderholm gets a fine round of applause and a standing ovation. He has played some kind of baseball today. Great plays in the first game on defense. Got a base hit to drive in a run in the first game. In the second game, he has homered his first 2 times up. Off of Splittor. First pitch to him. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Patton has a record of 1-1. This is his 19th appearance. He has 4 saves. He stands 5'10". Started his career in the Red Sox organization. Breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield plays him around towards left. Big hole in left, right center field. Patton ready. Delivers over the top. Inside. Boy, what a nice play by Porter as he digs it out of the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The White Sox are leading 5-0. They got 5 runs on 6 hits. 3 of them home runs. There's a pitch in the dirt again. The count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. You know, when you get a couple of home runs and you start to play well, you get a little respect. Soderholm has opened up his left foot a little bit and getting through with his hips. The 3-1 pitch now. Ball 4, a breaking ball in the dirt. So Pat, with the count of 3-1, went to the slider and threw it in the dirt. 1 out here, and 1 runner on. That'll bring to the plate Kessinger, who has flied to right, and he is lined to second base. 1 out here now. The Yankees lost 3-2, and so did the Red Sox. Seattle beat them 3-2. Anything could happen right here now. A hit and run. Brett looking for anything at third. In on the grass. Pitch on the outside corner for the strike. On deck. Fryer. Kessinger now looks down for anything. It could be a hit and run. But doubtful with the count of 1 strike. Big hole between first and second. Soderholm with his lead. Patton at the belt. Delivers a fastball that brushes Kessinger back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun now away from the infield, out in the outfield now. Carroll, the second baseman, over by the bag. So is Spartak, looking for a double play. There goes the runner. Pitch swung out and fouled off to the left side. Kessinger got a tough pitch to hit and run with. It was way outside. And to protect the runner, he hit it anywhere he could. And that's what you got to do when you're hitting and running. You've got to make sure you make contact. A vital part of managing is to know what hitter can protect the plate and get a piece of the ball when you're going to use the hit and run. I don't think we hit and run 8 times last year, maybe 5 times. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Don Kessinger, the veteran playing a doubleheader. Patton now goes over the stretch, looks at first base. The right-hander ready. Comes to a full stop. Kicks and delivers. Way outside. The count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. White Sox ahead 5-0. They lost the first game 3-2 in the 11th inning. Kessinger looking again. It still could be on right here. Way off the bag at third now is Brett. Hurdle, the first baseman, holding on against the runner. Soderholm with a short lead. There he goes. Pitch swung on. Boy, that was another bad pitch. That ball was high and outside. Kessinger just got a piece of it. So Soderholm has to come all the way back, and his legs must be feeling much better after 2 home runs. Sometimes base hits do a lot for us. Carroll playing second base in place of White. White came out of the first game, late in the ball game. He must be injured too. So both ball clubs have had some injuries today. Patton ready, takes the sign. Delivers. Pitch swung on. Hits in the right field for a base hit. Soderholm, he's going to third if he wants. Here comes the throw from Cowan. He's going to have to slide. Now it's cut off. And diving back into first base is Kessinger. Walczak cut the ball off. Threw over to first base. Willis with the tag. But it wasn't his time as Kessinger dove back into first base. So the White Sox playing all kinds of hit-and-run baseball and exciting these fans here today. 40,598. And the White Sox in this series have drawn 112,181. Great Pryor to hitter. Pryor is 0 for 2. Soderholm down at third now. Pryor would like to hit out of a double play. I'd like to see him squeeze right here. Infield playing back, looking for a double play. He could bunt this ball anywhere. Earl not too good with the glove at first base. He'll have to throw it up in his feet. Fastball inside. Porter gets up on his haunches. He's going to fire somewhere. He was ready for anything. 1 ball and no strikes as Pryor takes a long look down at Bobby Knapp. Kessinger down at first with a single to right. The White Sox with a chance to pick up another run. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Fly ball center field off the end of the bat. Back goes Spartak. He can't get it. The run will score as Spartak lost his balance. As he reached, he started to stumble backward and lost it off his glove for a base hit. Sing it. I love being on a winner. Pryor gets an RBI single off the end of the bat. Out into center field. Sing it. Play it, Matt Chase. Play it, baby. Cruz will now run for Bannister. Oh, he's hitting for Bannister. Check that. Henry Cruz will bat for Bannister. Cruz hitting at 241, but don't let that fool you. He's been very valuable up at that plate. He hit 2 home runs and got 8 RBIs. 1 out here now. Kessinger with a long lead at second. The pitch. D-Reich on the inside corner. The White Sox now lead 6-0. And a chance to get another run with Kessinger down at second. Pryor down at first. The White Sox have 8 hits in this ball game. Boy, look how deep Marquette is in left field. Pitch just outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on the pitch hitter Henry Cruz, batting for Alan Bannister. Bannister certainly has done his share today. He walked twice. And he slid twice to center. The 1-1 delivery now to Cruz, left-handed hitter. Hit swung on, hit out towards second base. Carroll over with it. That's the first base for a double play. And Freddie really fired that ball at first base. His Cruz was jammed. He didn't get out of the box. And not before the White Sox come up with 1 run. And the score after 6 full innings of play. The Chicago White Sox 6, the Kansas City Royals nothing.
Sporty Chevy Monza. Whoever thought a car that looked so good, used so well, would be priced so low? Only $3,659. That's the manufacturer's suggested retail price, including dealer preparation for Monza 2+2 hatchback coupe. Tax, license, destination charges, and available equipment extra. Chevy Monza, $3,659. A very stylish little number. The new Chevy Monza, $3,659. For a car so sporty and so well equipped, it's priced surprisingly low. See your local Chevrolet dealer now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jimmy Pearsall for Emery Air Freight. If you have a package to deliver, you got to be crazy not to use Emery.
Warren Brown and Jimmy Pearsall back at Comiskey Park as we go to the 7th inning. The White Sox leading here, game 2, 6-0. After losing a heartbreaker 3-2 and 11 in the first game. And Jimmy, I'll tell you what, I think the fact that this is Father, Son, Daughter Day may have helped this ball club a little bit. Nobody had a chance to sit and brood in the clubhouse. They're all on the field with their kids and really didn't have a chance to think about game 1. And the fact that they had one of the toughest left-handers in baseball to face, Paul Squidorf, and they came out here swinging from the heels.
Good point. And also, these fans are not going to let them brood. I'll tell you, they want to win, and they can really get you pumped up and excited. I, as a simple announcer, get excited listening to them.
I'm not going to comment on that one bit. Boy, you opened yourself up wide open. Willoughby goes in the windup. The first pitch to Buddy Pochak. One hopper down to third. Soderholm has it and throws him out. Aaron Wisely kept his feet in fair territory and reached on the line. A very close call, but he was in fair territory and threw him out.
The umpire behind the plate had to make that call, and he made it right away, too. So the umpire behind the plate today is Getz, I guess.
Yes.
And he's doing the best job of anybody I've seen behind the plate. Not just because we're winning, because neither club is arguing with him.
Well, I used your quote. Game 1, Joe Brinkman was a pitcher's umpire.
That's right.
For both sides.
Yeah.
Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch to Terrell, and it's a strike. And then another thing, you lose a tough game like that, and then got Squidorf to look forward to. It's the White Sox have rebounded off of him after he beat the Sox 2 weeks ago. Here's the one-strike pitcher swinging a grounder to second. Pryor's got it, and he throws over to first. And there's 2 outs.
You know, the last double play that we made was something to
outstanding.
see. I want to say 2 guys with soft hands, with knowing what to do and where to be. I think if they played together all the time, you'd see some plays all year long. But, of course, Orta has been sensational, too. That's why we're better. We've got better utility infielders and guys that can play anywhere.
I think the only thing that we're lacking right now is that extra right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and it's low ball.
Yeah, I know that. And I think if Nordhagen maybe gets some more catching, he might be even better, too. So it's vitally important that we can fill a few spots if we're going to go all the way.
And the pitching has just been outstanding. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a strike in the outside corner. You realize in his last 3 ball games, in a total of 18 innings, Schuler has allowed only 2 earned runs for an earned run average of 1.00 with 5 walks and 15 strikeouts. Here's the pitcher, the swing and a fly ball, left center field. Lemon racing over. He's got it, and that retires the side. Those are the kind of statistics that are important. So we go to the 7th. White Sox leading here in game 2, 6-0. Let's go next door to Harry Carey as everybody's on their feet.
General Electric will pay you to protect your family from the dangers of fire. Just go to your nearby True Value Hardware store and buy either the GE Electric or battery-operated Home Sentry smoke alarm and get a $3 or $5 rebate from GE. Mount the Home Sentry smoke alarm on the ceiling outside bedrooms or anywhere in your home, and it'll detect smoke before you can see or smell it. And then it'll sound a loud warning to help you and your family escape from a fire. And the GE battery-operated Home Sentry smoke alarm from True Value Hardware stores feature a dual warning system that reminds you when to replace the battery. Buy the AC model alarm and get $3 back from GE, or get $5 back when you buy the battery-operated Home Sentry smoke alarm. Now at participating True Value Hardware stores. And get your free WMAQ is going to make me rich red and white bumper sticker. You could win a $25 gift certificate, a car, or even $1,000 in cash. Get your bumper sticker at participating True Value Hardware stores. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Claudel Washington leads it off here in the 7th inning. Claudel with a 2-run homer here in game 2. 1 for 3. After going 0 for 2 in the opener, and Marty Patton misses low a ball. Washington, Lemon, and Nordhagen facing Patton here. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. This is the only game going on in the American League right now. Toronto at Texas tonight. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And it's low, ball 3. Royals beat the White Sox 2-1 Friday night. Sox won yesterday 6-1. They won the opener. Kansas City did 3-2 in game 1. Now it's 6-0 White Sox. Right-hander ready. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's a called strike. 3 balls and a strike to Claudel. Outfield plays him to go the other way. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Hits the home plate umpire. The chest protector, Russ Getz. Backs him up a couple of steps. He's all right. Ball goes out about a third of the way down the line at third. And George Brett throws it out of play. 3-2 the count to Claudel. White Sox have hit 3 home runs here in game 2. Sauter home a pair, and Washington a 2-run homer. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a topper to the shortstop. UL Washington comes in, has it on the short hop, but drops it. Claudel is on. Tough play. We'll wait for the official decision. Potek out of the ballgame. UL Washington now at short. It goes as a hit. Shep Lemon, the batter. Lemon has doubled in 2 trips here in game 2 after going 0 for 5 in the opener. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. 6-0 White Sox after losing the opener 3-2 in 11. Here's the pitch, high and inside, a ball. Pitching Chet high and tight all day. Doesn't adjust to it at all. He stays right on top of that plate. There are different theories on that. Some people think he should back off. Others, like a Ted Williams, don't change at all. Stay with what got you there. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. Snap throw to first, the runner back. $40,598 here today. Series drew 112,181. Some 15,000 more than the 3 dates that Kansas City did 2 weeks ago. Right-hander ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's outside a ball. I think one thing you have to keep in mind about promoting Chicago baseball fans is that every home game of the year, with an occasional Monday night game, is televised. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing of a fly ball down the left field line. It might be out of here. It is a home run. It hit the foul pole. A 2-run homer by Lemon, and the Sox lead 8-0.
last time up and just hit a 2-run homer. He adjusted, no doubt about it. And it's an 8-0 ball game. 7 of the 8 runs on 4 homers. So the White Sox trying to gain a split here this afternoon, leading it 8-0. Nordhagen, Patton in the windup, delivers. A swing and a shot to left off the glove of Washington. He's got it. Oh, it's not on the bag. He's safe. Hurdle came off the bag. Washington went back in the outfield grass. I said off his glove. It's probably the wrong terminology. He's got it on the outfield grass in his glove and through to first. It's an infield hit. Nordhagen with 3 hits this afternoon in the doubleheader. And 6 times up. And Lamar Johnson, the batter. That's the 11th hit for the White Sox here in Game 2. Still nobody out. An infield hit, a home run, and an infield hit. Right-hander delivers. Here's a pitch, swinging a fly ball to left center field. Willie Wilson is there. Comes in a couple of steps and takes it, and there's 1 out. But talking about the Chicago baseball fan, and I include both fans of the White Sox and the Cubs, that every home game, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 a year on Monday nights, are televised here in the Windy City. And still, over 3 million came out a year ago and could well go over that mark again this year. Here's the pitch to Bill Naharatney, is swinging a foul off the catcher. Billy drove in the first run of the ball game with a sacrifice fly. That was the only run the White Sox did not get on a homer. Then Soderholm hit a solo homer. Washington a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a pop-up to the left side. Brett, the third baseman, is there. Moves into foul territory. And he moves back into fair territory and grabs it. 2 out. Well, the Sox got a run in the last inning and a walk and a couple of singles. So that was 2 runs that they got out of the 8 that were not off the home runs. And Soderholm getting a standing ovation. Eric is hit 2 homers. He has walked and scored here in game number 2 after going 2 for 5 and driving in a run in game number 1. We'll have the hot corner show on with Soderholm after the ball game. Here's a pitch high and inside a ball. Snaps go to first, the runner back. 8-0, the White Sox leading. Ron Schuler out of the ball game after being hit on the little finger of his left hand, his non-pitching hand. Taken in for x-rays. There's a swing and a foul out of play. White Sox hang on and win this game, they'll still remain 2.5 behind the Kansas City Royals. California will pick up a half a game on Kansas City. Here's a pitch high and inside a ball and move within 1 game of first. Oakland would be 2.5 back, tied with the White Sox. And Texas would either be a game and a half or 2.5 back. Here's a pitch high and in, ball 3. The fan starts to boo Marty Patton. The count 3 balls and a strike. Ready, here's the pitch. High a ball, he walked him. Nordhagen goes to second, and the batter is Don Kessinger, who's 1 for 3 here in game 2. In the American League East, Baltimore moved into second place behind the Red Sox after Boston and the Yankees got beat today. Baltimore now 6.5 back. Kessinger batting from the left side again against Patton. Got a base hit off of him. His last time up, singling to right. Here's the pitch inside a ball. Dodgers on a shutout by Sutton. Beat Montreal 5-0. Giants are shutting out the Mets in a doubleheader. They beat them 3-0 in game 1, leading 2-0 at the end of 7 in game 2. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul back to the screen. Atlanta beat the Pirates 8-7. Cincinnati over the Cardinals 4-2. And San Diego beating the Phillies 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th. The Cubs will be at Houston tonight. Patton out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swinging a shot to the second baseman. He's got it, and that retires the side as Kessinger lines out. But in the inning, the White Sox come up with 2 more runs on 3 hits. The big blow, a 2-run homer by Lemon, and 2 men left on. So we go to the 8th of Game 2 after the Royals won the opener 3-2. Here in Game 2, the White Sox 8, Kansas City nothing.
Have we got fire for you when you lift your house with us? Have we got fire for you? We're a company you can trust. We're members of the team. Let's make sure association in the world. It's called Zero. It's in the flyers. You should lift your house with us.
When it's time to sell your house, your nearby Relo member has the buyers you want, both in this area and moving here from out of town. And if you're relocating, he can put you in touch with the Relo member where you're moving. There are over 135 Relo offices in Chicagoland, such as Irwin J. Michaels Real Estate, serving Southwest Chicagoland. Free estimate of your home at no obligation. And there's Dennis Realty, serving Berwyn, Cicero, and the western suburbs for 20 years.
We're part of Relo. So you should lift your house with us.
Back at Comiskey Park as we go to the 8th inning. White Sox out in front here by a score of 8-0 in Game 2 after the Royals won the opener 3-2 in 11 innings. Jim Willoughby in relief, but Ron Schuler, who is knocked out of the game literally. Clint Hurdle hit a shot off his glove hand and hurt his little finger, and he has been taken in for x-rays. Willoughby came on, then gave up a hit, then turned over a double play, and then retired the side in order in the 7th. So he is starting his 3rd inning of relief here and has Poquette, Brett, and Hurdle, 3 left-handed hitters in a row to face. And the first pitch is low a ball. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. With 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. Seattle snapped Boston's winning streak 3-2 today. More importantly, they ended a 10-game losing streak. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Cruz going over. He's got it. A nice running catch. Nice running catch by Cruz, and he got it about knee-high, going to his right. And there's 1 out. George Brett, the batter, 0 for 3 in Game 2, and he's 0 for 7 in the doubleheader. He's had only 1 hit in 15 times up in this series. And he takes the first pitch outside a ball. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball deep to right center field. Washington on his horse going back near the warning track. He's there. He's got it. The best hit ball that Brett hit in this series. But Claudel outran it. Well, we've got outstanding speed in that outfield, even right now with Cruz, Lemon, and Washington. Tell you one thing, the defensive outfield, no matter who they put in the ball game, Bosley, Garr, Molinaro, they've all got good speed. Here's the pitch, and it's low ball. Bannister in the outfield, he's got good speed. 1 ball and no strikes to Hurdle. 1 for 2 in Game 2. Hey, if it wasn't for this kid, the White Sox could have conceivably won the first 3 games of this series. Who drove in their first run in Game 1 and scored the tying run, the second run. They got the game-winning hit 2 nights ago. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's a called strike. White Sox with a shutout here in the 8th. There's already been 3 shutouts in the big leagues. San Francisco working on one right now. So is San Diego. So are the White Sox. Here's the pitch. Is swinging a pop-up to the left side, curving towards the seats. Soderholm coming over. But it'll go into the box seats. 2 balls and 2 strikes. be in the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up to the right side. Lamar Johnson in foul territory. The first baseman is there. He's got it. 1-2-3. Willoughby retires the side in order. We go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox 8, Kansas City nothing.
What would it take to turn your house into the house of your dreams? Is it adding a family room and another bedroom? A 2-car garage? Or maybe even a swimming pool? You could do it if you talk to HFC about a homeowner loan. How much you may borrow depends on the equity you have in your house. Equity is the difference between what your house is worth today and what you owe on it. HFC could help you turn your house into the kind of house you dream about. Household Finance, an equal opportunity lender.
Use our money to get the most out of life.
The HFC homeowner loan up to $10,000 and a wide variety of repayment plans to choose from. HFC. People use their money to get the most out of life. HFC has over 60 offices in the greater Chicago area. See your phone book.
The time is right that we're coming through. You feel of the snow. Only one day will do. Roll slow for the real build of a soul. It's like no other. Roll for the real deal lover. From one deal lover to another. Roll. The Stroh Brewery Company, Detroit, Michigan.
Back at Comiskey Park as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Sox leading 8-0. Greg Pryor will lead it off. And the pitch to him is swinging a fly ball to left field. Poquette is there, and he's got it, 1 out. Greg 1 for 4 in the second game with an RBI. Well, the veteran Gaylord Perry won again, his 7th win against 2 losses. I imagine Texas has got to be crying about that. They really didn't get anything in return for him. As San Diego defeated Philadelphia and Dick Ruthven. Ruthven making his first start since being traded to the Phillies. A big hand for Cruz after making that last catch. Ruthven the loser, 2-7. Philadelphia, or rather San Diego 4, Philadelphia 1. So the Cubs get a lot of help. Even though they're not playing till tonight, as Philadelphia and Montreal, their closest pursuers, got beat. Ruthven making his first start since being traded to the Phillies. A big hand for Cruz after making that last catch. Ruthven the loser, 2-7. Philadelphia, or rather San Diego 4, Philadelphia 1. So the Cubs get a lot of help. Even though they're not playing till tonight, as Philadelphia and Montreal, their closest pursuers, got beat. The pitch is inside a ball. 21,000 plus at San Diego today. Here's the pitch swinging a one-hopper off the glove of the pitcher. Shortstop charges, throws, not in time, and he throws it away. But it comes off the box seat railing right back to the first baseman. And it'll go, I assume, as a hit. Even if the throw had been on the money, he was not about to get him. It is a hit. That is the 12th White Sox hit of the afternoon. And the 6th off of Marty Patton. So Claudell Washington, the batter, 2 for 4 in the nightcap. An infield hit and a 2-run homer. One other baseball game going on right now, the second game of that Giant Met doubleheader in San Francisco, with the Giants leading 2-0 in the 8th. After winning the opener 3-0, here's a swing and a foul down the left field line. Brett going after it, but it's going to be behind the White Sox bullpen. 2 games tonight down in Texas. Toronto at Texas in an open-air ballpark. It's surprising to see the Astros playing a night game down there in that indoor stadium in Houston. To the batter. Here's the pitch. Low ball. White Sox came in the doubleheader, having won 10 out of their last 11 at Comiskey Park. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul. They win this game, then they would have won 11 of their last 13 here. And overall, 20 of their last 23 ball games. first strikeout for the Kansas City pitchers here in Game 2. They struck out 4 in Game 1. So there's 2 out, and Chet Lemon, the batter. Chet, after going 0 for 6, walked, doubled, and hit a 2-run homer here in Game 2. Swings and fouls one off. Looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Royals, it'll be McRae, Porter, and Cowan. As the White Sox try to get a combined shutout from Schuler and Willoughby. White Sox in this stretch, and I'm talking should they win, of 19 wins and 23 losses. If they shut out the Royals here this afternoon, it would be the 6th shutout in those 19 wins. Here's a swing and a foul back to the screen. 8-0. Sox lead is Lemon in the hole now, 0-2 after that foul ball. After this game, the White Sox play Seattle and Minnesota for the next 14 games. Here's the pitcher swinging a fly ball down the right field line. Collins coming over. He's in foul territory, and he can't get to it. As he goes up against the box seat railing, a fan going for the ball. About 10 rows away, 10 feet away, falls out into the field. What I would call poor perception. It's about 10 feet away beyond him. And he rolled out into the field with a thud. 2 strikes on the batter. 40,598 in attendance here today. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a foul as he jerks it out of the ballpark onto Shields Avenue. It hit the light tower. Just beyond it comes back into the park, down to the box seat. The fans don't realize it. The group of fellows down there bounced right into their section, and they had themselves a souvenir. So 2 on and 2 out, and Nordhagen the batter. Wayne with 3 hits in the doubleheader. 6 times up. Hey, Wayne has not got cheated this afternoon. He's had his cut. The Mets got 2 runs to tie it up, but the Giants got a run in the bottom of the 8th to go back out in front 3-2. Here's the pitcher, a swing and a base hit to left. Here comes Cruz around the score. Here goes Lemon to third. The throw coming over to first. There's nobody there. Here comes Lemon to score. 10-0 White Sox. The left fielder threw it. Who in the world the first baseman was, I have no idea. Well, he went chasing for that ball. It'll be an error on Poquette. A single and an RBI for Nordhagen. Lemon going to third on it and then scoring on the air by Poquette. 1 RBI for Nordhagen. And it's now a 10-0 ball game. Johnson, the batter, 1 for 4 here in Game 2. Nordhagen down at second. They don't have any outs on the board, but there's 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. Two hits and 2 errors in this inning. Right-handed delivers. Here's the pitch, gets away from the catcher, and the runner goes to third, right between the legs. Kushner, who's doing the catching here in this inning. Be a pass ball, I believe. 11-0. And Bill Navarrete, the batter. All of these runs are unearned. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the left field line. Curving. It is a foul ball. And Kopech, or rather Poquette, goes into the seats. His momentum carried him into the seats. Apparently he's all right. Well, you talk about hard-nosed ball players. That Poquette is one. He's been injured practically every year the last 3 years in the minors and in the big leagues the last couple of years. Tumbled right into the box seats down there, but he's all right. 2 strikes to Navarrete. Right-hander is ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul out of play. Right-hander ready. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. This game. They're up by 11 with only a half inning to go after this. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to left. Poquette is there. This will be the inning. He waits and takes it, and that retires the side. The White Sox come up with 3 unearned runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on. We go to the 9th of Game 2. The White Sox 11, Kansas City nothing.
Right now, McDonald's is saluting the families of America. It's our way of saying thanks. McDonald's salutes the families of America. Sit in the shadows of some of baseball's all-time greats. Eddie Walsh, Red Faber, Ted Lyons, Billy Pierce, and many others, where you and your intimate group share the bullpen at Comiskey Park. It's old yet new because it's a never-before area that was off-limits to all except mound greats. Now you can share their bench in a unique way to see the Sox with your friends. The exclusive bullpen is available for booking now, but hurry, the word is out and reservations are going fast. Call 924-1000 and ask for Danny to make your reservations for the bullpen at Comiskey Park.
In 11 innings, the White Sox rebounding against one of the top left-handers in the game, Paul Splittorff, and lead it here 11-0. The White Sox, for the 3rd time this year, have hit 4 home runs in a ball game. They did it earlier this season against Toronto, back-to-back, and that was on a very windy day. Here, the winds are coming off the lake. And Hal McRae gets a big boo as he leads it off. The White Sox have stopped McRae cold in this series. He's had only 1 hit in 15 times up. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. Washington going back. It gets beyond him. And McRae will go in with a double. Looked like Washington lost that ball. In the sun, he slams his fit in his fist. He had a beat on it, and all of a sudden it was by him. So the Royals threaten to snap the shutout here with a leadoff double in the 9th. And the batter is Darrell Porter, who is... Steve Braun's going to bat in place of Kuzner. Kuzner was in Porter's spot. So Braun, a left-handed hitter, pinch hitting here in the 9th. Swings and misses, strike 1. So Braun, a left-handed pinch hitter. The runner at second, nobody out. White Sox 3 outs away from splitting the doubleheader. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a grounder foul down the right side. He's in the hole, 0-2. They're in the 9th at San Francisco. Giants leading 3-2 in Game 2 after winning the opener. 3-0. Remember the Hot Corner Show with Eric Soderholm following the ball game. And it is live, despite what you may have read. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Here's a swing and a base hit to center field. McRae holding up at third. year. The White Sox get 4 homers in a ball game, 1 by Washington, 1 by Lemon, and 2 by Satterholm. That's the second time a White Sox player has hit 2 in one game. Porta hitting those 2 against Toronto, and Satterholm hitting 2 here today. Collins, the batter, 0 for 3. Game 2, 0 for 7 in a doubleheader. Right-hander delivers. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop-up to short right center. Washington coming in. He's got it. And the runner holds up at third as the throw comes in. Oh, he would have been dead done. A fine throw by Quaddell, and McRae would have been out of the plate had he decided to come on in. So there's 1 out, and Kuzner, the batter. Kuzner was in Patek's A spot. Washington had been in the Porter spot. Here's the pitch to him, swing and a miss. So Braun, in effect, had pinch hit for Porter. Or for Washington, who had been in Porter's spot. Now Kuzner is in Patek's spot. We haven't been given the information. We have to call them as they come up. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Pete Lecoq in the on-deck circle. He'll pinch hit for Terrell. Runners at first and third. 1 out. 2 strikes on the batter. 11-0. White Sox out in front. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a shot to Satterholm at third. 2 out. Takes away the sacrifice fly, and only 1 out to go to preserve the shutout. It would be the 6th of the year in all of them in this stretch. 19 out of 23 games that the White Sox will have won, including this contest. Lecoq managed for Terrell, who was 0 for 3 in the second game and 0 for 4 for the doubleheader. Lecoq was a pinch hitter and lined out in the first game. Swings and fouls one upstairs, but hits the screen. First and third, 2 out. Willoughby delivers. Swing and a foul coming upstairs, and he's ahead of him. 2 strikes. Two strikes on the batter. 2 out, 2 on. We're in the 9th. Willoughby trying to get a combined shutout with Schuler. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Outside a ball and on the throw to the plate. The runner was off at first. He goes to second. A stolen base for Braun. Jay Blunt from Bloomington celebrating his 15th birthday out here this afternoon. As Willoughby takes his foot off the rubber. Runners at second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lecoq. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center. Lemon going back. This should be the ball game. He's there. He's got it. And the White Sox shut out the Royals 11-0 in game 2. In the inning, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. The White Sox get their 6th shutout in the streak of winning 19 out of 23 as they gain a split for the afternoon. We'll be back with the totals and highlights in just a minute.